This way. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I gotta situate myself this way, this way. It's this way. So tonight I will be having a guest on in a little while. Welcome to Princess Astoria Real 100, where we talk prisons talk. Okay, let me see. I always got to adjust things when I get on here. Still getting this stuff together. Let's see something. This could be a little too broad for it. Okay. So she should be entering in a little bit. And that's okay. Okay. So tonight I'm going to be discussing some things as usual. However, I'm going to address a couple of things. And my first thing is thanks everyone for subscribing to my channel, listening to me, and getting some knowledge of some things that you were not aware of as far as the prison system. Today was a very interesting day, as my days always. So I have an interest in young teenage adults. If you look around this world, especially in DC, I know in DC for sure, there are a lot of teenage adults who are homeless, starting at the age of 13, believe it or not. Hey, Shelly! Believe it or not, maybe younger. I have no idea. In DC, we have something called Union Station. I was at Union Station a couple of months ago, and I saw an individual. They were asking for money and food. So I had just came from the sandwich shop in there, buying me a sandwich. So my sandwich was still hot in the bag. And I'm going down the subway to go out of the station. I was on my lunch break. So I'm seeing this person, and the whole time, the individual looked like a boy. So this person walked up to me and was like, ma'am, could you give me some change, or I'm hungry. I would like to get something to eat. So I'm like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? I just bought this sandwich or whatever. So I said, you can have this sandwich. Because first I was going to give them a piece of it. And I'm like, that's crazy. So I was like, you can have this sandwich. I'll just go back upstairs and give me another one. Upon me, this person approaching me and me talking to this person, I was shocked. I was like, this is a teenager. It's not even an adult. Behind the individual was a cardboard on the ground under the bottom of the subway steps. So you know how you coming down the subway steps, the subway escalator. That boy was back there with a backpack, a blanket, and something else. So I'm looking, so this lady was walking by, and I was like, this is a shame how these teenagers are out here. That's a teenage boy. Like, can't nobody? She said, that's not a boy, that's a girl. So I did a double take, and I was like, a girl? When I tell y'all, this little lady, it looked like she had been out. I mean, you couldn't tell me that she was a boy. Seriously. You could not tell me that she was a boy. So in the midst of that, I went back and I gave her a couple of dollars. Upon me getting directly up on her in her face and looking, it was a girl. So it kind of flipped my mind and shocked me, because I was like, these are children out here on the street, living on the street, pillow to post, nowhere to go. Just out here in this world without a damn clue. So I decided to start a program. I've been doing it for a while. I have 3 teenage adults that I have been helping out. One of them, I spoke about her on my Instagram page when I stated she wanted to go to college, and her mother was against her going to college because she wanted to go to Texas. Like me, I'm afraid for my son with his music, and I know he has to go to different states and different places. But I understand when you're going to another state at that young age and you don't know anybody, and you have to I understand it. The world has to understand. You have parents out here who've never did nothing in their life except for got a Section 8 apartment, raised their kids, and that was it. And that was her mother. So her mother didn't understand why you want to go to college, why you want to go so far. If you have a child that's willing, that's has potential, that wants to go out in this world and do something, help them, let them go. So I talked with her mother. It's been I had to do a lot, trust me. So I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to talk about the teens, putting their business in the street, because that's so disrespectful and it's very unprofessional. And I'm not going to do that. They're still kids at mind and heart. So anyway, she's going to Texas. I made some calls, found somebody who was down there that I know. So when she goes, she really is going to a setting where I know she will be okay. Because if something should happen to her, who do you think is going to bounce back on? Me. And I'm going to take that because I really think this will be good for her. She is very smart, like very smart. But when you are smart and things are going around in your household or whatever the case may be, it blocks you. It blocks your intelligence. It, takes your self-esteem down and all of that. The other two, that one that I just was speaking about, I'm looking for her. But somebody called me today and they found her. I have been looking for her. So I talked to her today. Earlier today, I was on my Instagram and I mentioned her. But I actually talked to her today, and I will see her on Wednesday. The other one, she's okay. She has a baby, and at 16 years old, dealing with a baby, that's a lot. But I'm getting her straight also. So the name of my organization will be No More Teen Sleepless Nights. I'm not going to ask nobody for no grant or nothing like that. I got with some different people, and we're just going to maneuver and do what we can do and move around. I do have a 1-800 number. I'm going to post it, y'all, because I forgot to write it down on the paper. I've been moving around so much, but I have a 1-800 number. If somebody want to just inbox me on Instagram or Facebook and ask me what it is, I'll tell you. But I have a 1-800 number set up for the teens. They can call the 1-800 number if they're homeless, if they get ready to get thrown out their house, even if they just need somebody to talk to, just need somebody to speak to and try to figure some things out with them, settle them, or however, whatever the case may be. The 1-800 is for homeless teens or teens, victim teens in crimes, teens that does not feel safe, whatever the occasion is or the situation is, they can call the 1-800 number. And I'll probably end up posting on my YouTube and just put up there, this is the 1-800 number for the program, the organization. Moving right along, she hasn't came in yet, so I'm gonna try to go on until she's gonna come. I just sent her the link. If she doesn't, then we're gonna move on. Speaking of prisons, I did bring y'all something. So this is, I be having charts and stuff for y'all, graphs and stuff. But this, I don't know if y'all can see. You should be able to see it. This says prison services resource list. So they have a couple of prison. I'm gonna read them off to you. They have a couple of prison organizations that you can reach out to get services and help for your loved ones, as far as like trying to find them an attorney, somebody to help them with their case. If they're trying to go back to appeal their case, and just ask them whatever help that they are offering through their organization to help your loved one in prison. So it's one called the ACLU of National Capital Area. These are in Washington, D.C. So let me explain to you before I finish reading. Washington, D.C., the Department of Justice is the root of, that's the root of all the prisons. They cover every prison in every state, not only DC. So if you have an issue, you can write them and they can try to assist you or help you with anything that you need as far as a prisoner. So this one is ACLU of National Capital Area, which is located at 1400 20th Street Northwest, Suite 119. Their email, well, I'm not going to put all that out here. I'm going to give you the phone number. I'm going to list this also on my YouTube page when I list the 1-800 number for the organization. That way, if you want to copy it or you want to see it, there it is. So then they have another one called the ACLU National Prison Project, which is at 915 15th Street Northwest, 7th floor. Then they have one called the Centurion Ministries, 221 Witherspoon Street. This one here is in Princeton, New Jersey. Okay, then they have DC Prisoners Legal Service Project Incorporated, which is located at 11 DuPont Circle Northwest. This one is my favorite one. And after I'm going to say it and then I'm going to speak about it. The Innocence Project. They're located on K Street now. They moved from 105th Avenue, 3rd Street, but they're located at 351 K Street Northwest. The other one is National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And this is the headquarters at 4805 Mount Hope Drive, Baltimore, Maryland. That one's in Baltimore, Maryland. Excuse me. Then they have one, Southern Poverty Law Center, 400 Washington Avenue. This one is in Montgomery, Alabama. Then they have one, this is the United States Department of Justice Civil Rights. This is where I said you can write them and try to get them to assist you with prisoners, what I would call their location, the prison facility they're in. If you feel that they're being harmed or they're in danger at whatever prison facility they have them at, you can write them and voice your opinion and try to help your loved ones. With these people, when you're writing places and contacting people, I always stress to family members, you have to stay on it. You can't just write them a letter and wait for them to respond. You have to email, leave emails, leave messages. I mean, you have to stay on it like you're locked up, like you're actually in the cell with the person that's your loved one that's in prison. Because a lot of times these people got so much stuff stacked on their desk and then they don't pay attention to stuff. So you have to make it your business. I have even showed up at places. I walk in, look, I've sent you this many emails about this individual. I've called you several times. I'm not leaving until I get some type of resolution today. So the Innocence Project is very good. I have been working with them back and forth for the last like 6 years. Not on my case. I could not get them to assist me with my case. And I don't really think they could have if I had asked, but I didn't. I just went on, took my time, and did what I had to do. Because at the end of the day, it says Innocence Project. I wasn't innocent. I knew I wasn't innocent. But you have a lot of people who are really innocent that should not be in prison. And if that applies to your loved one, then you should stand up and be heard. And they do help other ones who are convicted. They do help get your cases overturned. So if you have if you want to, anybody wants to try them or send it to your loved one, you can address it to me. I will send you their information. I will even send you a packet so you can explain to your loved one what they need to have when the packet comes to them. The packet has to be filled out by the inmate because there's certain things that they ask them in the packet we don't know. Only the inmate knows because that's their charge. So that's called the Innocence Project again. I am also on the radio. I don't know if everybody knows that my son, his name is Silk, and he is a rapper from DC. He's been started out. He's on all the platforms. He's on YouTube also called Silk AFNF, which means All Family, No Friends. So until this young lady shows up, Shelby already heard it. I'm going to play you one of his songs for you all, which he has plenty of songs. He always says, Mom, do you know any of my songs? No, I don't. I know the words of other people's songs. I have to learn the words of my own child's songs. And I will. But I have already posted some of his stuff that he's already done. So I'm going to let you listen to this. And if she doesn't come on, we're going to move on to my project, my next project. So let's see here.
Show something, kick your ass. It's all I really need. It's me loving you and you loving on me. You ain't never gotta worry about a thing. I'ma hold you down, treat you like a real queen. Yeah, cause I know how I feel. People be thinking they be bluffing. You know what me is real, I ain't bluffing.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. I gotta keep my hands on stuff. Hold on, y'all. She just sent me a message. Oh no. Okay.
Show something, kick your ass. Cause all I really need is me loving you and you loving on me. You ain't never gotta worry about a thing. I'ma hold you down, treat you like a real queen. Yeah, cause I know how I feel. People be thinking they be bluffing. You know what me is real, I ain't bluffing. So don't worry about nothing. I spoke with you, you know where I'm coming. So let's go get this tape wasted. I'ma show you how to run it. I'ma show you how to run it. I'ma show you how to turn up in this country. This is better than one. You the one I'm really trying to help my son. When you stop it till it's over, say it's done. You know my life is so hard. Really raise myself, that's why I'm so scarred. No matter what, I'm staying on my damn job. All I gotta do is hustle with some muscle. I ain't ever gotta ride. Really need this hustle shit, my fucking job. Cause all I really need is me loving you when you loving on me. You ain't never ever gotta worry about a thing. I'ma hold you down, treat you like a real queen. Yeah, cause I know how I feel. People be thinking they be bluffing. You know what me is real, I ain't bluffing. So don't worry about nothing. I just spoke with you, you know where I'm coming. So let's go get this tape wasted. I'ma show you how to run it.
So that is my son, Silk. And as I said, he has a YouTube page. You can go on his page. I have some of his music posted. I'm going to post it, some more of the latest of his songs on my YouTube page. This world, I don't think people really pay attention to a lot that goes around. It's like the world is just going, everybody is just moving fast. I said this before, in a fast pace. With me, I'm moving in my own direction. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really worried about the next person or what nobody is saying. I'm just staying in my lane for me. But as kids, like, nobody is really, there are a lot of kids, and me dealing with these, teenage girls, I found out a lot. And I have to remember, a lot of people don't know my story. I talk bits and pieces, but I was in the street also when I was 15. But when I was in the street when I was 15, I wasn't having sex and smoking and drinking and hanging in what they call those little houses, the little dudes hang at the little hangout houses and stuff like that. I was really outside and I was hustling. I was hustling. So, I've had people to tell me, Astoria, you wouldn't be a good candidate to talk to the kids and stuff. Yes, I will, because I can relate and they understand me. I know how to talk to them. And when you speaking to somebody, you can feel the tension, or you can feel off these people that they are who they say they are. They want to do what they really want to help you. And it's not just about to get some money off of you or to fake with you and to tell you things and spin you around. I've seen a lot of kids, like, and this thing with mothers, I never, like, my mother was very hard on us. She was. But even in that event, the fact that she was hard on us because we was girls, I still got in trouble. Not because I wasn't in a good home setting, but because I wanted to be mischievous and bad and go to the streets. So when I hear people say, they came from a bad home, that's not true. A lot of parents, especially these days, the generation before this generation, they were okay. This generation of kids, I've never seen nothing like it in my life. And it's not funny, it's actually sad. So what I was saying, to the fact that these little girls are growing up too fast. My granddaughter is 15, and I tell my son every day, if I don't talk to her, you talk to her. But we talk to her every day, so it is what it is. But just imagine if she didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids, they don't have they're either in a home where the parents are working all day long and they're tired when they get home, and they forget you have to sit your child down one day out of a week, one day out of an hour, one day out of a minute, and talk to them. Like, literally talk to them. You have to know what your child is thinking and which way they're going. A lot of parents, man, they just work. I buy them shoes, I dress them, I house them, they got food on the table, and that's it. That's not it. Because once they go out there, that door, they are going to another set. Peer pressure is real. Mental health is real. And these little girls that I've dealt with, I've heard some of the worstest things I've never thought a child could ever really go through. But on the other hand, I know that they do. One boy, Tish, she knew I was crying. I was crying because they haven't even gotten to the age of 18 to 21 to even really start living their life. As kids, they're supposed to be playing, enjoying their life without not one worry in the world. But these kids today they're growing up too fast. And I'm serious. They're being forced in homes to help raise their other siblings. Like my son, I would never do that to my son. Never. Even when his cousins and them came over, or if I was dealing with a dude and his child came over, I would never tell my son, you gonna stay in here and watch them, or y'all stay in here. I wouldn't leave him in the house. You know what I'm saying? And people are not paying attention. And and I told this lady, don't, when you tell a child all the time, You're too damn grown. You want to be fast, this, and the other. Find out why she's doing that. Don't just keep cursing her out and instilling that in her, because once you do that, that's it. There's no coming back from that. You know, these little dudes out here, they playing with these hammers and shit, and once they get locked up, them boys turn them into girls. Seriously. Unless they go somewhere where they uncles and friends and somebody knows somebody. But on some for real shit, you going in these detention centers from a juvenile and you going to a grown man detention center, just picture that. Just picture that. So, I mean, like, I'm not trying to portray to be this hardcore person, or I'm just one person or this, that, and the other. But I took, like I said, I took an enlightening to this little girl. When I saw her, she did not look like a girl. And I don't know if she felt, you know, I haven't talked to her to really know what happened to her, why she was like that, what was going on. But I am going to, because it really startled me. Because like I said again, I was 15 on the street. I went home when I wanted to go home, yeah. But I had safe places to go. I was not dirty. I didn't have to change my appearance to look like a boy in order to survive. And some of them are 16. They look like they 30 something. And I find out she's 15 years old. 15 years old. I don't know the basis of how long she been out, because I couldn't even, like, when she said that, I was like, please do not leave from where you are. You are safe. You know what I'm saying? I made sure they went and got her. And she was on the phone. She was like, this is the best time I think I had in months and years. Like, it is real. And homelessness has become real for teenagers, which is unbearable and unbelievable. Okay, so this young lady didn't come on. I see she texted me. She has having trouble, I guess, getting through StreamYard. So I'll show y'all who she is and what her, I think I can pick her video up from my phone, and I can show you. I think she's sure if it's on, if the video was on here or on her other.
Be certain.
Okay. So I have a new product coming out. When I was in prison, I went to prison, I had tracks in my hair. So in prison, you are not allowed to wear tracks. I refused to take them out because when I first got to prison, I didn't know how I was going to situate myself, how my hair was going to go or whatever. So when I got to FPC, Federal Prison Camp, Alderson, I didn't have a hijab, and a hijab is the Muslim covers that the Muslim sisters wear. I didn't have a hijab. I had my hair in 2 braids. And if people that are on my social media pages, they see I wear my hair 2 long cornrow braids. That's how I had my hair. The whole time I was in county, I refused to take my hair out. So when I got there, they were going to put me in the shoe or I had to take my hair out. So I ended up taking my hair out. In prison, you're on a time schedule. I'm sitting there promptly trying to take my hair out. And they like, you need to hurry up because you got to go up to the unit. You got to get your uniforms. You got to do everything. But I was Miss Dainty thinking I'm in prison. I don't know how I'm gonna do my hair or what I'm gonna do, right? So she came with a pair of scissors and told me to cut my hair out. I refused to cut my hair out. And she was like, this is a counselor. She was like, Gilmore, if you don't cut it out, I'm gonna cut it out. So I got mad and I started cutting the braid out, not even realizing I was cutting my hair because I was panicking me like I'm in federal prison. It still didn't register to me. In the process of that, when it all came out, I had to go. I had went to I couldn't do anything with my hair was standing all over my head till the next morning. Next morning I got in the shower. I told you before they gave us indigent packages. In the indigent package, there was shampoo and conditioner. So I washed my hair and I, pushed it back. No blow dryer, because I didn't even get to the part where they had the hair styling school and stuff yet. So I'm in the unit and I'm crying. I was literally crying like a baby. I was crying. I was like, they made me cut my hair out. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on. So one of the Muslim sisters, Tracy, her name is Sister Tracy Daniels. When the girls came to me, they was like, Gilmore, you have a Muslim sister on here. She has hijabs until you get to go to commissary. So I said something. I think my Wanda Sheffield had bought me all my stuff, but she didn't have any hijab. So when we got to go to breakfast, she met me at the cafeteria. And she was like, sister, I bought you a hijab. Do not worry about it. So she braided my hair all back. And my hair, for me cutting it out, my hair was cut up. She told me, I already made an appointment for you to go to the hair school on Wednesday. This was on a Monday. I got the order. She said on Wednesday. She said, so when you go down there, they will wash your hair properly, blow dry it out, and braid it neatly. So I told her, I said, okay. She said, you don't owe me anything, but I do not want you to walk around here looking like you lost your whole head of hair. You're going to be all right. So when I got to the hair school, the girls now we in prison. They down here doing hair. So the girls, they were like, you the one that they made cut your hair? I said, yeah. So they was like, well, we get ready to hook you up and let you know how you can basically grow your hair back in a nick of time. By the time you get out of prison, and I thought they were crazy. I'm looking at them like, they just trying to tell me this stuff to cheer me up, but they was dead serious. They were like, by the time you get out of prison, your hair gonna be long. It's gonna be all even back up and everything. So they came up with, they had this in prison, the Blue Magic grease. Let me go this way. The Blue Magic grease. And we all know what this is. Monistat. This is the coochie cream for when you have yeast infections and stuff like that. Yes. So I came up with my own hair grease design. So what you do is you take the hair grease and you take this, you open the tube and you put it in here together and you mix it up. It will look white, but that's all the mixture together. So it comes out looking like, I'm about to show you. This. And y'all can't see the white stuff, but it's mixed in there. So I have another little oil that I will not give out the ingredients to that I put in it. So I used this. I was in prison for 9.5 years. I used this my whole 9.5 years. And my hair, this is why if people see sometimes, if I wear a short hairstyle, my hair is braided and I do the 27 pieces. But I always wear my tracks long. My hair is on my shoulders. I wear my hair out. If I wear it out, I wear it out like in a little ponytail. But I really don't like to wear my real hair out. It's not thin, it's thick. And I don't like perm in my hair, so I blow dry it out. And I put this in it, and I go on for the day. I put my ponytail up. This is also good for ladies who have edges. Now, I've had that problem also with the tracks. When I pull my tracks out, my edges have come out. So when I put this on my edges grow back. I don't want to hear none of that all out. This is talking about something. I'm not putting no what in the world? One of my things must have failed. I don't want to hear none of that talking about not putting no coochie cream in my hair and all that. Child, please. So this is called Astorcia's Hair Pomade. So I've already scheduled for them to send me my labels. This little jar right here is $5. So if any of the ladies want to try it, I've already been selling it, honey. I've already been selling it. So if anybody want to try it before I put it on the market, I will be selling it inside of my lounge, and I'm making my rounds to see who I can take it to, like a store, or try to get it in one of these big stores or whatever. But this is what it's called, Astorcia's Hair Pomade, and it is good. It is good. And the young lady that was going to come on tonight, her name is Lakia Hayes. She has a video, I think it's on her Instagram page or her Facebook, where she did a video and she spoke about the fact that I came up with this, and she tried it, she used on her hair, and she used another product also. That other product, I'm going to sell that with this, which I will make the package deal $15. The other product is good also. It's called Renaissance, Renew something. But I'm going to get that also, because this is my mixture. I'm not going to sell the little oil, tea cells, whatever else I put in here to make the ladies' hair grow. But if you want to try it, please holler. So y'all, tonight, that's about it. I had my little weed thing up. I didn't bring it for the YouTube tonight, but that will always be one of my products also, and my perfumes, which is Butterflies. My perfume, the name is Butterflies for the women, and Inshallah, Alhamdulillah, for the men. So I'll probably discuss those products with you next Saturday on my next YouTube. I really appreciate you all for coming out and joining my live. Hit the like button and subscribe. Shelby, I love you. So that will be all for me tonight. And again, I will post the along with the resource list paper I just showed you, the 1-800. If you have any teens, I don't care. I don't want to be in nobody's personal business. If you have a daughter and you think that she's out of order, doing things, you just want somebody to talk to her, just dial the number and somebody is going to assist. I'll say it again. A lot of these teens today, they just need somebody to talk to them. Some of them just need somebody to tell them that they love them. You have a lot of teens, they don't feel love from their families. And I'm going to say something about these ladies. I've always observed that men are always the absent parent. Either they're in prison or they're deceased, or they're just in the street not wanting to do their part as a father. Mothers are always going to be there. They're always there. So I raised a boy, and then he had to raise himself when his mother went to prison. So my son has really suffered a lot. Father been gone since he was a baby, since baby. What I mean baby, like a year old, 6 months to a year old. So when you have daughters that are being rebellious and you feel as though they don't want to listen, they're being disrespectful, they want to chase little boys around them, you have to remember you did the same thing too. You did this exact same thing too. You have to learn to communicate with your children. Some of these kids, man, they go in the house with their parents. They don't got no food in the refrigerator. What are they going to eat? So they go out, they steal money to feed themselves. They go around their friends, they're embarrassed. I mean, it's a lot. I have a little girl, her mother got $1,879 a month. I don't know how she did. Never bought this little girl no fashionable clothes, and every day she went to school, she was being teased by the kids. Could you imagine? Dirty jeans, holes in her jeans. Some of the pictures this little girl showed me, I told her, I think I was in prison around this time you was going through this, but baby, if I was on the street, like literally, you have parents, man, that then got hooked up in drugs that they literally forget about their children. You have mothers who are on drugs so bad, they done sold their bodies so bad, they turn and sell their daughters. Sons too. Sons too. So a lot of these kids, man, they have taken abuse, vicious abuse that we could never imagine. Never. Child send you with your uncle, and your uncle raping you the whole time he taking you to school. Like literally. So I would ask, even as an adult child, because we too as adults go through things. So just imagine what your child is going through. Take time and talk to your children. It's never a time you can't have a conversation. How was your day today? If you can do it for a nigga that you're sleeping with or a female that you're sleeping with, you most definitely can do it for your child. I've seen so many women lose their kids, and I feel for them. Because I know I would be down Anacostia Park or somewhere walking with my head not screwed on straight if something happened to my son. So that nobody would really be able to tell me shit except for who did it, where they at, because they going out of here. And I'm serious. So these kids today, a lot of them, they are crying out. Some of the little boys, they think it's cool to hang with the OGs and pimp up. And these OGs, I don't fuck with them. I don't. Because if you were OG, you're not sitting on the corner with them, with the youngest. You're somewhere telling them, look here, put that gun down. Shorty, come here, let me holler at you. Let me tell you what you not need to be doing. And a lot of them, they don't want to hear what they not need to be doing. It's a way to talk to them, to get your point across. So when I see an OG, I'm pulling up somewhere and I see him stand, I will not speak. I don't care if I knew you from yonders. I will not speak to you. I think it's so degrading for 60-year-old men, 50-year-old men, 40-year-old men. 30, I'm going to take a steal because they 30-year-old, they still growing up. But after 38 to 40, come on, you're in your 40s and your 50s and your 60s now. You literally standing on the corner with some youngins. Oh, them youngins, they terrible. No, your ass is terrible. You the most terrible person in this situation. You shouldn't be standing outside with them at all. And it's enlightening to tell them they shouldn't be standing outside. Selling drugs now is a myth. So my weed is legal. I ain't said I was gonna make $1 million, but it's my hustle. Simple as that. You know, people talk about people and, oh, this one doing this, that, and the other. Stop hating and trying to belittle the next one and get your shit together. Because when I see people keep doing, I don't like that. I don't even like to be around nobody like that. And I said today, if I call a dude, we have a conversation about somebody, the next conversation I and him have gonna be about something totally different. We're not gonna keep talking about them people because they irrelevant. But you literally have people that sit around and talk about people on a fucking daily basis. So stop belittling yourself and level yourself up. People are miserable out here. I talked about mental health. I didn't talk about it I talked about it on here for a little bit. But I'm going to go deep into that because it's real. You have people that you could be around and they are mentally fucked up. Seriously. Mentally dysfunctional. But they go on a daily basis like nothing is wrong until something really happened and they snap the fuck out. And then everybody like, oh my God. So a lot of people are dealing with a lot of things. With me, I'm just on chill, laid back. I'm not entertaining that mess. If it doesn't apply, I let it fucking fly. People got to get in their element. You have bigger things to worry about. They got Trump running around. They trying to lock this cracker up. And I don't know what the hell is going on. But look at him, though. He's a perfect example of a mental disorder. He's walking around like none of this shit is bothering him. Sherry said, yes, I did. He is going around. The world is dysfunctional. This man is walking around here like nothing is bothering him. They are stripping him of everything. Georgia gonna lock him up. If none of these other states has put in the penmanship to lock him up, Georgia is coming. Georgia is a racist ass state. I went there one time, 2003 or 2, down at fucking Six Flags, and I was with a group of people, boys and girls. All of us, we went to Six Flags down Georgia. And Cobb County, Georgia. One of the dudes, you know, we was young, doing young shit. He hopped the gate to get on the ride. And the person who was controlling the ride came to him and was like, you gotta get back. And you know, we acting real ignorant. Man, get the fuck out of here. We going through the line. You trying to do this because these white people and all this stuff. Them big crackers came from everywhere and locked us up. 6 Cobb County charged us with assault, and we ain't assault a damn person. Not one person. So when it was time for me to go to court, I didn't go back. So when I caught a charge in DC, all of them, they went back. I was like, child, I gotta make my money back. I done spent my money going down there. I was doing checks and credit cards heavy as hell. I was like, I'm not going, because I didn't think it was that serious. Honey, I got locked up in DC. I will never forget it. On 14th and U Street, Northwest, for my driver's license. But it really wasn't about my driver's license. I had a warrant from Cobb County, Georgia. They didn't extradite me though. See, now they extradite your ass. But back in the 90s, that was petty. They really wouldn't extradite me. So I went to court in DC, and the judge asked me, he said, Miss Gilmore, why didn't you go back? And I told him I wasn't going. They had already, I said I felt real racial. They put us in a cell and we was all on concrete floors on blankets. I'll never forget that shit. And I told him, Your Honor, I'm not going to stand here and say it was right for what I did, but I didn't go back. I felt them people was going to kill me down in slavery or something. He looking at me shaking his head like, this damn girl is crazy for real. He said, but you know, they're saying you committed a crime. So this judge took Judge Lincoln, and he don't even work. I looked, he's not even a judge in DC no more. Lambert has taken over his courtroom, Judge Lambert. He said, you want to tell me what happened? Because they're not saying you assaulted anybody by fighting with an object. When I told him, he was like, basically, he wanted to say to me, I wouldn't have took my black ass back down there. So he said, so what we're going to do, they decided to send it up here. They don't want to extradite you. It costs too much money to extradite me for something that petty. He said, we're going to get it dismissed right here, and you're going to pay a fine of $100. Shit, I want to grab that $100 out of my pocketbook so fast and went downstairs in DC, the clerk office, and paid that shit. But I didn't want it on. At this point, I was young. I had no knowledge of how much trouble my ass was going to get into from that point on. But I didn't want that on my record. So I went and I had it expunged. Not to think, shit, look, I got bigger charges now. But I'm just saying to say, he got his ass, Trump over there playing with them people. Cobb County gonna lock them Georgia, they gonna lock him up. And I'm telling you, he's mentally disturbed. And that's what's gonna get him off. Watch what I'm telling you. They gonna lock him up. They locked him up. He came out talking all type of crap. He was calling them names on national TV. That mental dysfunction is going to be what is going to get him off them charges. They're going to lock him up, and then they're going to say he's mentally incompetent. Watch what I tell you. Mark my word. I'm gambling on that one. I seen somebody send me something. I seen him on it. He walking around like saying these people, screw y'all. Whatever y'all think y'all gonna do, y'all do whatever it is you think you're gonna do. I'm not going down without a fight. Let alone, I'm not even worried about going to jail. So people, I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. I'll be back next Saturday, Shelby, and I'll have some juice. I'm not gonna try. We're going to go to a different level. So as time go through with my pages, I'm going to start visiting certain places. So we're going to go to a different level. So see y'all later. If anybody want to try out Astorcia's pomade, hair pomade, I keep going. I got to get this camera stuff right, y'all. It's over this way. Hit me up. Hit me up. It's good, ladies. I would not tell you nothing wrong. And if you don't even use, like how you use it, let me say this, how you use it actually in your scalp. You don't just take and rub it on your hands and rub it on your head. You actually part your scalp and put it in your scalp. So for a lot of ladies like me, I wear braids too. When you have your hair, it's really good for when you have your hair braided. So when you have your hair braided, and you get dry scalp or itchy scalp, you can go and you can put it in your scalp. You know what I'm saying? And it's good for your edges. If your edges are fading out, falling out, or whatever you want to call it, you can put even in the back of the line, because a lot of us, the baby hair, like the hair down in the back of our line, because sometimes, honey, I be having to take and put the track up the whole, so I will not take the bottom of my hair. So it's very good. I would recommend you try it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say, Astoria, can I just get a sample of it? I'm willing to give you a sample of it. So good night, y'all. May peace be upon each and every one of you every day. And please stay safe. Try to. This world is so full of misery, anger, and people just out here losing their mind about people, places, and things for all the wrong reasons. So try to keep a sane mind. And whatever your hustle is, don't let nobody knock you off your square. I don't care what you're selling. It's your business and it's how you want to live and how you're doing things for yourself. Take care.